Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color session, being 22nd of August 2025. So good to have each and every one of you around. For this segment of the market color session, I will be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY. Right after that, the gold master Lincoln will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the end basket. If this is your first time joining in for the market color session, you're very much welcome. We do this every day, Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. from Nigerian time, of course. So I'd like to crave our indulgence, kindly share the link to this market color session to everyone on our various social media platforms so that a lot of people can get to participate in what we have ongoing here. So without taking much of our time, we'll just head straight to the analysis of today. Starting off with the DXY monthly time frame, nothing has really changed per se. Overall, we're seeing a bullish direction, but coming down here, the most recent price action, we saw a sweep of this liquidity and we haven't seen more push to the downside. Coming to the weekly time frame, of course, we're seeing even more bearish moves on the weekly time frame. Price presently at premium, at discount rather. I would like to see price come into some premium level before continuing the sell on the DXY. And where I'm looking at is I'd like to see price tap into the other block at 100.491. Coming to the daily time frame, price broke the high, this high at 98.555, and then we saw a retracement. So we may see more push all the way to the upside on daily time frame. We may see price, trade into 102.473 on the daily time frame, narrowing it down to the 4-hour time frame to see where I will be interested to take the buy of DXY. I can spot the classic box pattern that we usually use for entry during the market color session. Shoulder at 97.634. We have seen a sweep right here and we've seen a break. So all I will be waiting for on the DXY on the 4-hour time frame is for price to do this. Return into the left shoulder, and then once price gets there, I'm willing to pull the trigger. Let's see what price establishing that we are looking out for buy opportunities on the DXY. Let's see what price will do on the much lower time frame. 15 minutes time frame. I can also spot the classic box pattern for a buy, right? Shoulder at 97.825 for today. This is what I'm looking at. Shoulder at again 97.825. We've seen a sweep to the downside. We've seen a break. So for today, I'll be looking out for price to retrace into this left shoulder. And once price gets there, I'm willing to take long positions on DXY. So coming down to Euro USD on the monthly time frame, as seen right here, overall bearish direction, and we've seen a sweep of this liquidity to the upside. Coming down to the weekly time frame, we've seen a break of the high at 1.12000, and we've seen a retest, and we've seen even more push to the upside. So I will be fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B. So we saw a tap into 61.8% fib level and a reaction of that point. On daily time frame, however, we have seen a break of structure, a change of character, and even some movement to the downside. So if we will be fibbing this swing from point A to point B, price tapped into 78.6% fib level, right? Held at that point, and we're seeing even some movement to the downside on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what price is doing. So I'm speculating that we may see some reaction of this left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame for a buy, 1.15195 long term. So we may see some reaction of that point, right? We may see some reaction of that point, or we may see a box pattern failure. But seeing that I'm looking out for sell opportunities on the 4-hour time frame, this is what I'm looking at. Shoulder at 1.16731, sweep to the upside, we're seeing a break to the downside. All we are looking out for price to do is for price to retrace back into the left shoulder. Beg your pardon. It's for price to retrace back into this left shoulder. And once price gets there, I'm willing to sell all the way into this other left shoulder right here. Coming down to the 15 minutes, let's see if we can spot an entry for a sell of Euro USD. So of course, there's a left shoulder right here. Shoulder at 1.16502, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. This is what I'm expecting price to do, for price to retrace all the way to this left shoulder. And once price gets there, I'm willing to pull the trigger for a sell on Euro USD. Sorry about that. So if you have questions at this point, please kindly type in the chat box while we analyze what we are expecting to see on GBP USD. So on the monthly time frame for GU, we're seeing even more breaks to the downside, and we saw a clear of this high at 1.34790. And on the weekly time frame also, we saw a break of this high right here, the high at 1.34400. And down to the daily time frame, what I'm seeing here is a change of character, a break of structure. Price was supposed to form a higher high right here, but instead price came here and formed a lower high, and price traded back into this lower high, and we're seeing some reaction of that point. So on the 4-hour time frame, what are we seeing? So I can also spot the classic box pattern for a buy right here. Shoulder at 1.33066, sweep to the downside, break to the upside. We may see price retrace into this left shoulder at 1.33066. We may see some reaction of this point once price gets there, but I can also spot the classic box pattern for a sell. Shoulder at 1.35242, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. So we may see this. We may see price returning into the left shoulder at 1.35242. And once price gets there, I will be more than willing to sell GBP USD. So coming down to the much lower time frame, seeing that we're looking out for sell opportunities on GBP USD for today, I can also spot an entry. Of course, we'd have to wait for price to get there. Shoulder at 1.34590, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. Once price returns back into 1.34590, I'm willing to take the sell on GBP USD. So this is my bias for today. A buy on DXY and sells on GBP USD and Euro USD. Please, if you have questions, this is an amazing time to ask your questions, or if you have a different bias from what has been analyzed, please feel free to type in the chat box, and we will be seeing and running through what you are looking at and looking out for. While we're doing that, registration for the FX Bootcamp training is still ongoing. Training starts on Monday, right? On Monday, training starts on Monday, the 25th of August, 2025. Please do well to register. You can chat us up on 081 6099 5030 to reserve your slots. Slots are being taken rapidly, so this is an amazing opportunity for you to register for our training. Again, the number to contact is 081 6099 5030. If there are no questions, we'll be going on a brief break, and we will be coming back shortly for the second segment of this market color session.
morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Market Color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. This morning we'll be going straight into the analysis of the precious metal, and from there we'll be heading straight to Japan to see what is going on with the yen basket, all right, and with also the yen correlated pair. So let's start with gold, which is our focus for this particular session. All right, so if you look at gold on the daily time frame, I want to believe, all right, thank you so much. Yeah, if you look at gold on the daily time frame, just the way we've been analyzing it for the past few months now, and also looking at the current trend. Looking at the current trend, you are going to observe that yes, overall is bullish, but currently we are in a consolidation. And remember, on Monday we said this week, because we are in a discount of the consolidation phase, we will be looking for few opportunity to scalp some buy to the upside. And if we see structure within structure, which we describe as seeing your setup in a lower time frame, like 15 minutes, like 5 minutes, then that should give you a go ahead to pull the trigger, and you should follow through till price get to the premium of the range. Now, if you look at the range very well, you are going to observe that it's been since the April of 2025, and today we see price, still staying within the range. This is daily time frame range. Weekly time frame is showing us that we are in a range, daily confirming, even 4 hour now, joining the higher time frame to tell us we are also in a range within 4 hour time frame. However, our analysis sometimes on Monday was that we want to see price come and take out this liquidity point here that we have just below. At this point, we want to see price come to take out this low. Then price should rally all the way back up to this 4 hour POI, which is the premium level. And since then, we've just been seeing gold, buying and selling within this space between the 3670 level, 3660 level, and 3300 level. So just within that range, just within a 500 pip range, and that is so much unlikely of gold. And this is also telling us that we may likely, see some level of breakout into September, ending of this month, next week into early September, knowing fully well that we are rounding up this particular quarter again. All right, so that is for the precious metal on the 4 hour time frame. But if you look at it from the 1 hour perspective, you are going to observe that yes, we are seeing structure being broken to the downside. So it's telling us we should look more for opportunity to short all the way to the downside. All right, because we've not really seen any clear move to the upside. I know someone is going to say, yes, this particular move here is a market shift. Yes, very true. However, if we consider it in respect to this particular high, we are going to observe it's just more of a pullback for the sell to continue. So our bias overall for the precious metal right now is still very much bearish, and you should look for more opportunity to sell if you want to. All right, now let's check 15-minute time frame if we have any opportunity to short. Yesterday was a good day as it prints our entry signature and using our very simple to deal with the boss pattern. And if you can see, this is the shoulder. It's in the sweep to the upside here. This is it. This is the last sweep to the upside here. And if you mark out your shoulder level here, you're going to see how that price came back all the way to tap into that level and give an entry signature somewhere here, which is our bearish engulfing. So that is exactly what price did here. Now, for someone who is just new on the market color section, you are surprised what exactly is this thing they're calling shoulder, this pulse that they are shouting every day. You can easily just get to our website at academy.valueflow.com and just pick it up there. You are going to see the video on the website there. It's just for a cost of 10,000 naira. Just subscribe there and watch the video, understand it well, and that can be your very best way of starting your journey as a beginner. All right, if you just want to start. So that is just the simple pattern that we see here. This is our shoulder region here, somewhere here, and you can see how that price really come all the way for the region just yesterday afternoon. All right, so this is it. Our price gave us the entry somewhere here, and since then it's been selling to the downside. And right now we are seeing that price is also pushing, which we still expect it more because the POI for us to look for opportunity to buy is for price to come and take out liquidity around this point. And based on our analysis of DXY as analyzed this morning, we are looking for price to, we are still very much bullish on the dollar index. So if that is it, then it's going to give us much more strong, much more weak precious metal, meaning we should expect more sell on the precious metal. I know some will be like, why can't we just look at 5 minutes to see? Yes, this is 5 minutes, and right now it's selling. So we don't want to catch a falling line. All right. Instead, look for opportunity to join the sell forward. All right, so that is it for the precious metal on today's morning analysis. All right, let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, and from there we can easily move to the other yen correlated here. Now, if you look at the yen basket, particularly from the weekly time frame, higher buyer still remains the same. This week we are expecting bearish yen, but as markets open since Monday, we see it's kind of pull some turn towards to buy to the upside. And you can see overall move, we are seeing it pushing all the way, selling all the way back down, because our expectation for the yen basket is for it to still come and take out liquidity here and tap into the weekly PO high. All right, and if you look at it from the daily time frame, you are going to observe, yes, price is very bearish all the way to the downside, but since Monday into Wednesday, we see Tuesday and Wednesday happens to be a bullish day, but today, yesterday and today are bearish day, and we are still expecting today being Friday for price to still sell more to the downside. And let's look at this particular zone on the 4-hour time frame to see what price is trying to do there. Now, if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, on Monday, we're expecting that price should, even if it's going to buy a bit, then it should come all the way into this our POI before buying to the upside. Now we see price just reaching somewhere here, and right now I'm still expecting price today being Friday. I truly expect that price is going to be a bearish move all the way to this POI. Then we can easily follow through if there is any fundamental news to inject the move. All right, and on the 1-hour time frame, we are going to observe we're already seeing more like a market structure shift, looking at this last push to the upside. So we can mark this out as our zone, then price coming back also into it, and we can still keep shorting. Now, if you are expecting a bearish yen basket, that should give us a very clean insight to what we should expect on the yen correlated pair, particularly GBP, JPY, and also EUR, JPY, and likes like that. And just as we said, sometimes on Monday, that for GBP, JPY, we look at it on the daily time frame, it's still very much bullish to the upside. We've not seen any market appreciate. As a matter of fact, we are still expecting price, to buy all the way into this POI somewhere here, and that is what we are expecting the last leg of the buy to this zone, while the last leg of the yen basket sell. All right, so right now we are expecting GBP to buy all the way to this POI, and if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame too, we are going to observe we are still very much in a bullish trend all the way to the upside. Right now, I know someone will be like, this last zone here, is this not a market structure shift? All right, if you are looking at it from that perspective, it is to you. However, if you look at this last swing, you know all these turns is just a pullback for price to continue its last leg. And most especially, Monday going to be a bank holiday for the GBP, and that we may likely see some level of unexpected move on the GBP pairs, particularly for GBP JPY. Now, if that is going to be hit, we are going to wait and see what price does into next week. Now, for our 1-hour time frame of GBP JPY, yes, we've seen consolidation and structure breaking to the downside. However, I'm still of the opinion that yes, if you see any sell structure, you can easily follow through to the downside a bit, but the overall move still remains the yen GBP JPY should come and tap in the sell party proper to the downside. And Euro JPY is the one confirming this move. But before we go, let's check on the 15-minute time frame to look at what exactly is the move. On 15-minute time frame, we've not really seen any structure for us to follow through. Everything is still, yes, pushing to the upside, even though we see a very clean move of the pulse pattern here. This is a very clean shoulder, a massive break to the downside. Price came all the way to that level and sold off. All right. So I'm still expecting price is going to sell off here or print something more like this boss pattern somewhere here and give us a confirmation of what to do. A boss pattern continue to take out all this liquidity point and break out, then we are going to something like this play out on it. We are going to see something like this play out, like price coming all the way to this level, then buying all the way back to the upside. So this is going to be my outlook, our outlook for today for GBP JPY. Expecting price to sell to this zone, then continuation of the buy move to the upside. So that is that for GBP JPY. And lastly, before we call it a day for Euro JPY, we've established the fact that Euro JPY already gets to its own bust up just the way GBP JPY is approaching its own. You can see on the daily time frame, the POI Euro JPY already, gotten there some days ago, sometimes 2 weeks ago. So you can see the order block, the fair value graph, the flip zone, the shoulder, everything is well set and is currently waiting for the other yen correlated pairs for them to catch up with their own levels so that they all can sell all together. And remember, on the range this week into next week, it will be ranging Monday price as within that zone. That will be confirmed. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, we are going to the which I just said on Monday. However, we are seeing that yes, it's already in its sell zone, but there's high probability for us to see because the other yen correlated pairs are trying to buy to upside. You can see the range can be tilting towards the upside. But when price gets to this our POI for itself, this is going to be a very clean and a good level to sell Euro JPY, and it's going to be a long sell party for Euro JPY. Okay, so what is the now trade on Euro JPY? Let's go to the lower time frame. Should be looking out for is a sell opportunity. Yes, a sell opportunity. And right now, what we are seeing, yes, price is still within range, and we've seen how that price just broke out of this high here. So you can see how that price is most likely going to pull a little bit back. Let's go to 15 minutes to see any structure for us good. Right now, what I'm seeing on Euro JPY is that price is most likely going to pull back a little bit more into this level, take out this liquidity here, then we start pushing all the way to the upside again. Now, remember, the buy is not going to be a long one for Euro JPY. It's in its POI zone for itself. So where we are expecting, if we are going to buy Euro JPY, where we're expecting it to get to is this level, then the sell party begins. All right, so this is going to be it for the morning session of the market call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. And remember to trade cautiously. And today being Friday, make sure you are very observant in the market. Trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. If there's no any question, and Lekon share me to meet again by 2:30 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 p.m. Make sure you stay close to your chart. Thank you very much. Cheers and God bless.